Hey everybody, it's Phineas. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well today. Alright, so today we're going to talk about a few cheap ways to make your house safer. Just because the economy keeps getting worse and things aren't getting better financially. And literally every single bill is going up. Every single bill. Gas in my area is $2.89. Eggs are still $3. And it's like 95 degrees. It sucks. So the electric bills are going to be brutal. Anyway, on top of that, Liberty, and some of you mentioned it in the comments of the other video, Liberty in my area, my electric company, is going to go up 30%. Someone else in the comments said theirs is going up 39%. We're talking about almost doubling an electric bill. That's insanity. We can't keep up with this. This is nonsense. But things aren't going to get better in my opinion. But the more things get dicey out there, the more crime goes up. So I just want to talk about a few ways, cheap ways for the most part, to make your house a little safer. Nothing's foolproof, but just to make it a little safer. I had a friend of mine, and I'll tell you why I thought about doing this. A friend of mine who was getting some work done at her house, and she lives alone. She told the guy she lives alone. She told the handyman, and that's another thing. If you are a handyman in any trade, plumbing, I don't know, painting, electrician, and you're reliable and you're good, start a business because they're impossible to find. Anybody you find who does any kind of the trades, they're a nightmare. Unless it's going to be very expensive companies, high top, which would be, I don't know my price range. Anyway, so she found a handyman to do some work at her house. She immediately tells him that she's single, living alone. That's just not... I'm a guy, and I never tell anybody I live alone. What I do if I have a plumber come over or anything... Now, I'm not a paranoid guy. These are just little tidbits I throw in. So what I'll do is I'll slightly throw in a word about my brother or my wife's asleep, or just a little nonchalant way to say I don't live alone. I don't want anybody to know anybody lives alone because it's just not. It's safer not to. You're probably gonna be fine. We know that, but anyway. So this guy who was working on her house was trying to be a drug addict, whatever, creeper. He was going to do a lot of work for her. He's going to do air conditioning work, swap out the air conditioning. He's building her whole deck. He was doing all kind of things. But he was terrible. He was unreliable. He was horrible. And he would get high. Now, this is a handyman that got recommended to her off one of her friends. Terrible. Didn't show up half the time. Started sending her sexual messages. So, and then I said, well, do me a favor. She finally cut it off with him. She said, look, go your way, I'm going my way, we're done here. And I said, well, check your windows, because windows are the thing we all have, and we all assume they're all locked. When I first moved into my house, it was 6 months before I checked my windows. My dumbass had a window right next to my bed that was unlocked the whole time I lived here for like 6 months before I even checked it. And again, the odds are against you being a victim of crime, but why chance it? So I saw her check her windows. She said all her windows are good, except her kitchen window's broke. I said, well, especially after dealing with this guy. I said, well, the lock is broke. So anybody coming from the outside. Now, to me, that's scary to me. So I said, you got to fix that. Even if it wasn't for this creepy guy who you just fired, you should fix this window. So what I did was, I just bought me a bunch of these two off Amazon. I'll open it here. And I put it on... I live in I pull my car in the garage down below and I walk up 2 flights of stairs to get to my house. So the front of my house is all way off the ground. So my windows are locked. They all lock good. But the back of my house and the side of my house, and after I make this video, I'll walk around and show you all the things I put on. But all the side and back of my house, the windows are just normal floor length windows. They can open and get in. So you could buy these little clipper things, and I'll show you because I put some on already. I ordered 4 more because I'm just going to do all my windows. It comes with a little tool, super easy. You put on the window and no one can even. When I had a fire in my house, I had tons of tradespeople come in and out of my house doing work. I wasn't living here at the time. I was staying at my sister's because my house was unlivable. But I'd come back. My sister doesn't live far, and I'd make sure the house was buttoned up. Twice I checked my bathroom window and one of the workers unlocked it. Now nothing ever come of it because I locked it back, and who knows what could have come of it. But there must have been 20, 30 people some days in and out of my house. So you put these on, screw them on. This is a certain tool, Allen wrench. So someone can't just flip the window. They can do it if they want to, but these are on there. So even if you flip the window, they still can't come back later and open because these are on the sides. So, and I'll show you. It was $8 for 4 of them on Amazon. And like I said, I'll walk around and show you. And man, my friend ordered some. She put it on her window, and I feel better for her. Like that was the only thing. Her house is pretty secure except for that. And I told her that she should get a lock for her gate. Again, people can hop gates, I know, but nothing's foolproof. But I feel better that she has this on her broken window now. She's one on each side of her window, and no one's going to lift that window up. Okay, also, another thing that I got. A couple things I got. Now, if you have a privacy fence or a chain link fence, put a couple of these around there. I don't even have a dog. My dog passed away a couple years ago. But people don't know that. Strangers don't know that. So, and these are metal, weatherproof. These are $8 on Amazon for 2 of them. I got 2 of them. I already have, and I'll do a tour around the house and show you a couple other signs I have out there. But very cheap on Amazon. Again, even if someone says, you know, I've never seen a dog there, but I'm not going to chance it. I'm moving on. So, the point is, they don't have to know for sure, and they might not even believe some of your signs, because I have signs. I'll show you. You're on 24-hour surveillance. Now, my yard's not. I don't have signs everywhere, and it looks like I'm a crazy person, but just subtle little things that you could put up around your house. And the point is, you want them to question. I don't know if those cameras work. I don't know if this is being recorded, but why chance it? I'm moving on. Same with privacy fence. Now that's an expensive one, but chain link you can hop over easily. Privacy fence, you can still hop over, but it's a little less easier. Maybe they'll move on and go to somebody else's chain link fence. So, we got that. Another thing, too. This is more expensive. But you know, we all have our front and back doors, right? You got the deadbolt and all that. Well, I sleep in my back bedroom. I got 2 fans blasting me. I can't hear what goes on out there. Someone can kick that door in, just kick the hell out of it in, and I wouldn't hear anything. But I have, and some of you may have this, and some of you might want to get this, but they're expensive, I know. But the glass storm doors. And like I said, I'll show you when we go out there. They have a lock on that. So just lock before I go to bed, I lock both glass storm doors in each door. The only thing that does is, someone can't just kick in your door. They have to get through the glass. Well, they're not going to break the glass, hopefully, because it's too noisy. They're going to move on down the road. So before I go to bed, I double check. And I'll tell my friends some of these things. So you're paranoid. I'm actually not paranoid at all. Just why not be safer, especially for cheap things like these locks. These are awesome. Cheap too. Here's another thing I got. I already have one out there in my flower bed facing my door. I'm going to put this one on the other side of my yard. Now, do I have a home security system? No, I do not. This thing was about $8, if I remember correctly. On Amazon. This is all Amazon. It's metal. Comes with a stick. Put this mofo, put it in the ground. It's just a deterrent. If someone's going to pick a house and one house doesn't have it, one house has this, they're not going to chance that. Even if they think, I don't know if that's real, but I'm not going to chance it. You can also buy, I did this one of my houses when I had a house back in Florida. You could buy fake cameras on Amazon. And they just screw into your soffit, 2 screws, and they look real. And I even had the cops come to my house because a motorcycle was stolen from my neighbor. This is years ago. And asked, do I have it on film? But they were fake cameras. So even the cops thought they were real cameras. But those are like $9 on Amazon. And they're easy, 2 screws. Super easy to put up. And they look real. Some even have batteries you put in them. So there's a red light on. So it looks like it's on. So these are cheap things you can do just to keep it safe. I tell my sister the same thing. When you're driving in traffic and someone's a lunatic, don't honk. Don't flip the bird. You know, I may or may not have done that before. Maybe yesterday. No, but I tell my sister, don't even engage. People are nuts anymore. Don't get followed home. Don't shoot a bit of bird. Don't just go about your day. Don't even say anything to anybody. It's just better to be safe. People are lunatics anymore. So there's things you can do relatively cheaply. I mean, buying new storm doors, that's not cheap. That's like hundreds of dollars. But you may already have those glass doors and just lock them at night. You may already do that. Same thing with, okay, garage doors. That's another thing. Twice now, I woke up, went about my day, my garage door was open. That's an easy access to my house. Forget they can steal anything in my garage. They could have done that too. That's easy access to my house. And like I said, I can't hear anything because I'm blasted by the big floor fans that are loud. So something triggered my garage doors going up. Because first I thought, how did it? Because I'm pretty safety conscious, especially the last couple of years. I'm more so. Like, did I leave that open like that? That's unlike me. But I could have. But now I see something triggers it and it goes up by itself. So now what I do is I flip the garage door switch, the string, you just flip that down. Now it's not engaged with the garage door anymore. It's loose. Now you just lock the side door. Every time before I go to bed, I do that too. Because my garage doors were going up in the middle of the night somehow. Something triggered it, something hit it. It happens several times. So in the garage door opener, the rope that hangs down, you can just flip that upwards. It's off track now. You can lock the side, no one's getting in. But just think about stuff like that, because it's stuff we don't think about. Especially the window. The window thing's huge for me. Because I didn't think about that for 6 months. My friend, all her windows were secure except that one kitchen window, which was unsecured completely for a long time. And some creeper, some druggie could go on just testing windows and go, wow, that's easy. So even if you don't buy these locks, go around and check all your windows. Make sure they're locked. That's all. Just make sure, because you'll be surprised. Okay, so let's take a walk around, and I'll just show you how I had the signs up there. I'll show you some of these I have in the windows. I'm going to try my new microphone so you can hear me. A lot of times when I have this camera and I'm like shooting as I'm talking, it's hard to hear me. So I'm gonna try this microphone if I can figure it out. All right, so let's take a walk around the house real quick. Okay, let's look at the window locks. Super easy to put on. You can put them on both sides. So if someone's gonna flip the middle switch here and come back later, they cannot. Doesn't matter. Okay, so here's the regular door, right? This is my back door. But because I have that glass door and I lock it, that person can't get to this door to kick it in, because these doors are kind of easy to kick in, and like I said, I would not hear it. So you have to break this glass to get in this door. All right, so let's go out front. A couple things. Oh, look what I did. I blocked my hallway off, so I'm not using the air conditioning, because my air conditioning bill has gotten crazy. Well, it's going to go crazy. I'm just going to do this for the summer. Probably for the winter too. All right, we're going to the front door now. Same thing, same door, same. I always lock this door. It's locked right now. This is my front door here. And we have that there. I'm out front, so I'll whisper a little bit. That's completely fake. All right. And then I did get the privacy fence, which is more secure than what I had before, which was the chain link fence. But here's what I have. Again, it's not true, but it doesn't matter. Then we'll walk this way. Like, these are just inexpensive things you can get on Amazon to put out. Is anything foolproof? No, but these little things will help. Oh, I actually have a towel hanging because I groomed some dogs this morning and just letting it dry before I throw it in the washer. But here's my gate. I've done one of these on my gate. So there you have it. Nothing's foolproof. Nothing's perfectly safe, but these little things are cheap besides the doors. But the signs, beware dog signs, 24-hour surveillance signs, the window locks. All these are super affordable. We're kind of getting into crazy times, and odds are we're all going to be fine. But why not just be a little bit safer for like $40 on Amazon? So let me know what you guys think. Let's go back inside because it is hot, hot, hot. I'll show you this. See, that window's kind of high off the ground, but I'm still going to put a lock on that. And then all my back windows are normal length, but they are open to be easy for someone to climb in the window. This is my backyard. So I definitely have locks on those windows. The locks are cheap enough where you might as well do it. And if you're in an apartment or you plan to move, you can just take them with you. And here's the front of my house. Like, that's my living room window. That's a little hard to get up to. Then we have Baby Love's room, the cat. And then my YouTube room. That's just way high off the ground. I wouldn't have to put, those all windows do lock. I don't have to put the extra locks on because they're so far up. And then here's another one. Camera don't work. That camera actually does work, so I can see if a customer pulls up. There's cameras that came with the house that do not work, but I'm gonna leave them up. See, so if I was trying to kick in that door, this window's locked. I'm not gonna break the glass, that's too loud. I'm gonna move on down the road. All I got for you. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let me know any more tips we can throw in for cheap home security. All this stuff is portable too. Like if you move, you can take it to your next house or next apartment. It's cheap enough. Like I said before, people are getting nuttier. People are getting more stressed out because of the economy. We're getting squeezed at every end. So crime does go up. That's just how it is. Crime goes up. Homelessness goes up. All these bad things that are happening does take effect on the crime. So just be safe. Never tell anybody you live alone if you do live alone. You don't have to be crazy about it. Just drop little subtle hints. Yeah, my husband's at work today. Yeah, my husband overslept today. Just drop one word, one line in if you have someone come to the house, a plumber, electrician. Odds are they're fine. But why not just be safe than sorry? All right, that's all I got for you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Please like and subscribe and leave a thumbs up. And most importantly, please leave a comment. I love talking to you guys in the comments. Have a great day.